Great day to be alive. I hope you guys are thankful for everything you have. I want you to focus on gratitude for a little bit before I kick this thing off. I want you guys to experience gratitude. And gratitude is something that you have to practice on a day-to-day basis. You know, our minds by default aren't programmed to consistently think about the positive. We have to do that on a day-to-day basis and keep positivity top of mind. So with that, we're gonna kick this call off with some value. This video is gonna be for individuals that have wanted to start an online business, for people that have shown interest in understanding AI, for people that want to solve high-level problems, to business owners that have the money to pay. First of all, you have to develop a skill set and you have to become valuable in order to provide service to these local business owners. You have to be valuable. And I'm gonna teach you guys some frameworks. I'm gonna give you guys access to tools. I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that you are well equipped to not only offer a service to these local businesses, but have the confidence and the tools to be able to help them and you're gonna be a genius in the eyes of these local business owners. A lot of business owners on the surface, everything looks like it's okay. Everything looks like everything is good. We have to realize that most business owners are barely making it. And it's not that they don't have the ability to generate income, because that's not the problem. Oftentimes the problem is organization. Oftentimes the problem is staff. Oftentimes the problem is lack of systems. And in this workshop, what you're going to be learning is how to put together a system that is extremely profitable for local business owners, which already have the credibility in a local market. See, the biggest gap is you as a service starting off, you as an entrepreneur starting off, you don't have credibility. So if you're starting from scratch, you may have to offer your service for a lower price. You may have to let them try your service, or let them try your service for 14 days free. If you don't have experience in sales, there's no reason why you should there's no reason why you shouldn't go into give me a second, I'm multitasking right now. There's no reason why, if you don't have experience in sales, there's no reason why you should not accept a free trial. If you're new to this and you've had the chance to shake the hand of a business owner local to your area, there's no reason why you shouldn't take the business, even if it is a 14-day trial, because there's something to be said about experience. There's something to be said about the confidence that's going to come with you building out what it is that you're going to be learning and gaining that experience. Because guess what? Let's play out two scenarios. First scenario, scenario A, okay, the service is not useful, or maybe you just aren't tech savvy and you couldn't figure out how to put it all together. Even though you have support, I'm going to give you guys the tools and access so you have support. But let's just say that you don't figure it out in the time frame in which you promised, and the results do not come to this business owner. Let's just play imagine for a little. Okay, so it doesn't work, or you lack the tech skills to make it happen. You gained a skill set. You gained a skill set in meeting a business owner, shaking a hand, processing an invoice, building out the tech, even if it wasn't complete or it didn't work to its best of its ability. You got better. And I can guarantee if you were to give 2 more trials, or if you're really not tech savvy, maybe 5 to 7 more trials, out of all those trials, one of them is going to close. And if none close, at the very least, you gain the confidence and the experience required in order to go to an actual business that is looking for the service and is willing to pay. So never discredit free trials. Yes, I understand your time is valuable, but so is experience. Yes, your time is valuable, but so is experience. Never forget that. I'm going to talk a little bit about AI. I'm going to talk a little bit about how AI is helping local business owners at scale. And I'm going to give you guys access to the tools so that you could use the best tools in the market in order to help local business owners leverage AI. AI is not going away, guys. It's here to stay. It's bigger than social media. And if you choose to ignore it, it's the missed opportunity that you ignored. This isn't opportunity bait, this is reality. So, how do you get a grasp? How do you get the grasp on AI? How do you monetize AI? How do you actually make money using AI? Well, most people are familiar with the tools like Chat and Gemini and Grok and all these LLM models. Versions of LLMs. But the problem is a lot of these courses are only teaching people how to use their product, which is good, because if you become proficient at using it, you then have a skill in which you could provide to local businesses. So why not cut through the noise and start with something that's going to impact in a positive way the bottom line of a potential local business, of a business owner? Let's go ahead and dive deep into the problems business owners are facing on a day-to-day basis. Every day, local business owners are missing calls at scale. Just think about the math. If a customer is worth $100, to keep the math simple, to a local business over the course of a year, and they happen to capture 10 opportunities, that's $1,000 in revenue that would have not existed if it weren't for the skills and the tools that you have access to. And I'm using really low numbers depending on the niche that you decide to target, if we're talking HVAC, if we're talking roofing, solar, these guys have an average ticket of 7, 10, 12K per close. So imagine what a missed opportunity means when it comes to being in a higher ticket space. Just imagine what that means. Imagine being able to solidify one booked appointment for a local business owner in the high ticket space. I want you to ask yourself, is that worth learning a skill? Just imagine having a skill that allows a business owner to capture what would have otherwise been a missed opportunity of 8, 9, 10, 12K. Think about the value that you bring to this company. And all it requires is a little bit of sitting down, understanding some frameworks, knowing how to click some buttons and put some workflows together, understand a little bit of prompting. Having access to people that are willing to help. And you're the local genius. Finding the problem is one portion. Knowing how to solve it is the next. Having the framework and the tools to fix it is what I'm giving you. So guys, go ahead and comment below. Make sure that you gauge interest in the comment section. I want you to let me know that you want to join my school community. And in my school community, I'll be doing live trainings, helping you guys setting up the software, helping you understand the frameworks, sharing some frameworks that I've already taken the time to build for local businesses, so you don't have to start from scratch. I'll give some premium members access to me directly. We'll have some group meetings so that you could network with other individuals that are winning in this space. Comment below. Make sure that you gauge interest. And more importantly, take action. If it isn't now, when? If you're not going to take the time to educate yourself, your life is going to stay the exact same it's been. And that's okay. Just don't fucking complain about it. All right? Don't complain about where your life is if you don't invest the time into educating yourself. If you want to get better, you have to keep pushing regardless of outside circumstances. If you want to get better, you got to keep pushing outside of outside distractions. If you want to get better, you have to sacrifice in order to win. At whatever cost. And people will either jump on board or get the fuck out of the way. And that's how it's got to be. So guys, I'm going to mention a couple of value adds that you could provide to local services, to local business owners. We talked about AI. It's bigger than just AI, right? So let me quick give you an elevator pitch on what is it that I do specifically with AI to bring income to these local businesses. So just imagine we have a guy in the lawn care space. We have a guy that's in tree service. We have a guy that's a CPA. We have a realtor. And all of these guys are not only handling inbound calls. If we're talking about a realtor, he has to take care of he has to show property of people that are showing interest, that are not guaranteed to buy, which one would say it's an investment, another person would say it's a waste of fucking time. We have roofers, which get thousands of inquiries of people that show interest in wanting to get a free estimate. And not all of the people that show interest in getting an estimate actually want to get the deal done. There's more involved into the sales process. So what I do is I program AI and I help you guys how to use these tools to handle missed opportunity, to take care of these inbound calls when the local business owner is too busy on another job. I help you how to put these tools together. I help put these tools together so that you could make sure that whenever a local business owner is in that same situation, now you have the tools and the skill set to forward over these calls to an AI agent, a dedicated AI agent, which will answer any question that the potential customer has about that business. I'll also show you how to program it to book appointments on behalf of the roofer. Book appointments on behalf of this solar company. And there's a lack of education out there. I'm not saying that AI is going to close the client, but it's going to book the appointment for the closer to give them a call. You don't need appointment setters. You could have them, but why? Why? And again, this is designed to handle missed calls, missed opportunities. So I could go into the technicals and tell you how we do it and go into that. But if you want to learn the technicals, just join my school community. And that's where I will go into the technicals with my laptop open and show you guys the guts, the meats and potatoes of how we put it all together. So we got missed calls, we got booking appointments automatically. What else? Another effective tool that I'll show you guys how to use, and I can give you guys access, is conversations that happen on social platforms. I want you to imagine being a business owner, having to go to a local job, and then also writing out invoices for the jobs you did. If you have a team, you got to make sure that you run a team effectively and efficiently. If you're operating something that requires maintenance, you got to make sure that all of your equipment is maintained. All of this requires time, money, resources. So, do you think that somebody with all of these responsibilities is going to take the time to go home after all of this, log in to Facebook, log into Instagram, log into LinkedIn to post? And then what about when somebody sends this individual a message at 1 p.m. when it's the busiest, asking about their service? Or what about when they send a message inquiring about their service at 9 p.m. when they're already at home with their family? What do you think happens with that individual that's inquiring about that business? Do you think they wait until the morning to ask the question again? No! That person is going to go to the next available company that is open for business and can answer their questions at the time in which they have the question. And the power that you now have, the tools that you now have access to, allows you to become omnipresent. You don't need to hire additional staff to cover 5 different platforms and answer all of the questions. No! Now, we have tools in which could book these appointments, answer any question that these potential clients have, send them links so they could fill out any forms. Guys, this is powerful. Not only is this cutting costs for local businesses, it's allowing them to utilize their team effectively. So just imagine they have a team of 5. One of them handles social media, but she's busy. She's also handling inbound calls. She's also doing some paperwork. Well, now she has more time to focus on income generating activities, calling people that showed interest, reaching out to new business. That's how you grow. You automate the mundane stuff and you hire staff to focus on income generating activities. Give them something else to do that plays a stronger role in you operating your system and your business. Guys, we've already exceeded the 20-minute mark. I have so much to share, so much opportunity in front of us, and I want you guys to A, learn, B, take advantage of what we have our hands on, and C, I just want you to be grateful. We live in the best country in the world. We live in a world that is by far greater than we appreciate it. And there's very good people out there in this world. And most business owners, they started their path, they started their journey with the intent to make a better life for themselves. And oftentimes, things didn't play out how they expected because of the time that is required in order to make something happen when it comes to business. There's a lot of divorces that come from the time that men have to put in the office or their business in order to make it happen. And it's a trade-off that some men are willing to take because they understand the payoff and they understand the value of making it happen for their family. So I really want you to understand, you're not only helping yourself, you're helping small business owners that are the backbone of this country. And I say this country because likely if you're watching this, you are in the US. But you could take this skill anywhere in the world. Anywhere that there's business, you could take this skill and help business owners all throughout the world. So with that, I'm going to sign off. I want you guys to continue pushing. I encourage you guys to continue developing, keep educating yourself, eliminate all distractions. If there's anybody that is hindering you from growth, if there's anybody that's not providing value in your life, make the right choices to surround yourself with people that want you to win. Keep growing, keep developing. And remember, this shit is non-stop. Let's go.